Still in Texas.
Woohoo! I know it's a shock that we're still here, but we are here in Bayview Landing in Bridgeport, Texas at the Thousand Trails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still looking for an RV?
Yeah, we are.
So if you've been following us long, you know that we picked up our new to us toy this winter.
Yes, we did.
Played with it in Arizona.
Had a blast.
Can't get rid of it.
Nope. Right, well, I do not want to get rid of this. It's too much fun.
Yeah, that conversation did come up.
Yes.
We picked it up in Benson, Arizona. Our good friend brought it down, delivered it to us in Benson. We hooked up double tow. We double towed it to Las Vegas.
Yes, we did.
Stayed in Vegas for a couple of weeks with it. Didn't use it.
Didn't use it.
Then we went down to Yuma and played with it in Yuma for a couple of weeks.
Yes, we did.
Then we took it to Quartzsite and played with it Quartzsite for about 9 weeks.
Yep.
Then back to Yuma for a couple of weeks.
Yes.
And absolutely love it.
Oh, yes. It's not going anywhere anytime soon.
So we're going to take it and it's going to travel with us.
That's right.
We had the conversation about, okay, so do we double tow? Do we get rid of the Can-Am? What do we do? And we've come to the conclusion that we're going to have to figure out another RV. Our good friend Pat ran a CAD program, trying to get it on the back of our truck. It just isn't going to fit.
No, unfortunately not.
It's just too long.
Yeah.
So we've got to come up with a toy hauler, it looks like, in order to use it. And so we've been looking for another RV.
That's right. Which is sad because we so love our fifth wheel.
We do. We absolutely
Everything.
love our DRV. Our mobile suites has been an absolute blessing.
Oh, absolutely.
The floor plan is exactly what we want. The roominess, the layout, the towability, the storage, everything is perfect on it.
Absolutely.
It's just we can't haul the Can-Am.
No.
So DRV does make a floor plan that is identical to ours, without the rear couch, with a 10-foot garage.
Our car fits,
But this won't.
but this won't.
So we've got to figure out a way to put this in a toy hauler, and we've been looking at RVs. A lot of you have asked us what's important to us when choosing a new RV, and we are not minimalists.
No. We like comfort.
We've done our van camping.
Oh.
We've done our slide-in truck camper. And now that we're full-timing, we like our DRV. It has just been great for our lifestyle.
Absolutely. I mean, we've done every RV that you can think of.
Yeah.
So this is the one.
So we're looking for a toy hauler, and a lot of you have asked what's important to us while we're looking at another RV. So we came up with our top 10 things, actually 11. Stick around for the 11th because it's probably...
Did you find another one?
Stick around for the 11th because it's probably the most important.
Oh, I can't wait.
So we're going to tell you what we feel is most important when shopping for an RV.
3, 2, 1, action.
So without going into brand specifics, we're just going to go generic fifth wheel shopping for us. We've narrowed it down to 3 or 4 brands, and they're all pretty decent.
Yeah.
But here's the most important things for us. Number 1 is the exterior wall thickness and insulation.
Absolutely. When you're cold, it's cold outside, you don't want to be cold inside.
Right. And on the other hand, if it's hot outside, you don't want your air conditioner working overtime trying to keep you cool inside.
Absolutely.
So the thicker the wall, the more insulation. Just like in your sticks and bricks home, a thicker wall gives you more insulation. And so we look for the thickest, most insulated exterior wall we can find in a coach. Number 2 on our list, double pane windows.
Oh, absolutely. Have you ever sat at a window and you could feel the air coming through from outside?
Yeah, or the heat of the sun.
That's not fun.
No. I mean, we like to think that we chase 70-degree weather. That's what we tell people. We're out chasing 70-degree weather.
We sure try.
But like this morning here in Texas, I mean, it's April, the middle of April, for goodness sakes. It was 32 degrees here in Bridgeport.
Yes, it's like 20 degrees cooler than normal.
Yeah. So we do get caught in less than 70-degree weather. The nights in the desert can get cold. When we were in Quartzsite over the winter, we had some pretty cold nights.
Yes, we did.
On the flip side, you could end up with a weather front that comes in and creates some hotter than usual temperatures, and you're stuck in 90-degree humidity.
Yeah.
And so your insulation in the walls and your double pane windows are going to help you keep warm or cool inside your coach. So those are the top two things we look for. Next item on our list, disc brakes.
That's very important.
Yeah.
Especially if you want to stop.
Yeah. There seems to be a lot of people that do not understand the heavier you are, the longer it takes to stop.
Oh yeah.
A lot of fifth wheels come with drum brakes, and that gives you a sense of safety. I mean, any kind of brakes are good.
Absolutely.
But when that 20-something jumps in front of you while you're doing 60 miles an hour down the freeway and decides to slam on her brakes, you need stopping power.
And it's not necessarily girls. It can be guys too. Nothing against 20-year-olds.
Okay. All right. My point is that a lot of people do not. We've had people cut in front of us.
Oh yeah.
You know, doing in a traffic jam, we're doing 40 miles an hour, starting to pick up speed, and somebody jumps in front of us because they see a little bit of space enough to fit their car, and I've got to jam on the brakes. It just, disc brakes to us are a very important feature of a coach.
That's right.
Along with disc brakes, 17.5-inch wheels and tires.
Oh yes. Anybody ever have a blowout with your RV?
We've had
a few.
We've had 3 of them.
Yeah.
And most manufacturers will put 15 or 16-inch wheels and tires on their coach. They're usually rated as ST tires or trailer tires, and they do okay.
Yeah.
They normally last about 3, maybe 4 years, 5 tops. We had a toy hauler that came stock with 16-inch wheels and tires, and we traded them out to 17.5s, and the difference was night and day.
Oh man, yeah.
So we look for a quality coach that has 17.5-inch wheels and tires for safety reasons.
Absolutely.
There are a few companies that will put on 17.5s straight from the factory, and that's kind of what we look for. We look for that 17.5-inch wheel and tire. Going along with wheels and tires and brakes is the suspension. We have, on our current DRV, we have a MORride independent suspension, and it made all the difference in the world. I couldn't believe how much difference it made. You know, the roads in this country are not in very good shape. I mean, they've got washboards, they've got bumps, they've, you know, up and down and bridge transitions. Potholes. We've heard the saying that towing a fifth wheel inside the fifth wheel is like being in an earthquake. And I believe it.
Absolutely.
We actually made the mistake one time of leaving a cup of coffee on the bathroom counter on a travel day.
Yeah, I thought I grabbed it, but I didn't.
We got to our destination and that cup of coffee had not moved.
Or spilled.
Yeah.
Not one drop was spilled, and it was half full.
And I chalk that up to the MORride independent suspension. It's amazing at the difference in the ride and the smoothness of the RV with that IS.
It was my favorite cup too, so I was so grateful that it didn't break. So
we won't go back to a normal trailer axle ever again.
No.
What's next on our list?
A king-size bed.
Oh yeah.
With full access.
That's kind of important.
It's so important, especially if you try to make your bed. It could be a workout in itself.
Yeah, neither one of us are small people, and we need a king bed to sleep comfortably at night. There's nothing worse than to be stuck in a small bed that's too small for you and try to get a good night's sleep. It just doesn't work.
And have this at you.
So we need a king bed, and with that king bed, there's a lot of floor plans that we found that come standard with a queen with good walk-around access, but when you expand it out to a king-size bed, you lose that walk-around access.
Absolutely.
And if you've ever tried to make a bed in an RV,
Oh my gosh, it's not. Yeah, it's not good.
It's comical.
It's ridiculous.
And frustrating.
Yeah, and we hit our head on the cupboards, and it's just not pretty.
Yeah. So we look for a king-size bed with as much walk-around bed space as we can possibly get.
Yeah.
What's next?
A full-size fridge.
Why do you need a full-size fridge?
Because I want to put food in it and see it where it's at. No, seriously. My friend Tina from Jones in the Travel, they bought their new to them fifth wheel.
Mm-hmm.
And
it was a DRV full house.
It was a DRV, yes. The one,
same floor plan that we have.
The one that I wanted, but it doesn't work for us, unfortunately. And I looked at her fridge and I'm just like, oh my gosh, you can put more than 2 heads of lettuce in there, and it's just the space. It's nice to be able to have more freezer space and more refrigerator space when you're going full time like we are. Now, if it was just a weekend warrior thing, our fridge is big, and it would be plenty of room.
Yeah, when we ordered this coach, we had to special order it because one of our requirements was that we had a gas electric RV refrigerator. Mm-hmm. And that was mainly for boondocking purposes. And this refrigerator, we've got a Dometic 13 cubic foot double door fridge now.
Yes.
And it works pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, we've been in it for 2 years almost, so I mean, yeah, it's been fine.
It works pretty well for us.
But I just want that extra space.
But now that we've put lithium batteries in the coach, I think we can probably, with the lithium batteries, I think we can probably support a full-size residential refrigerator in our next coach.
That's...
when you're full-time, it's not like you can go to the grocery store every 2 or 3 days to restock your refrigerator.
Right.
We like to buy things in bulk as much as we can. 2 reasons: to save money, and secondly, so that we don't have to go running back and forth to the refrigerator. If we're in a place, say in Quartzsite, where the nearest real grocery store, if you will, is 20 miles away, in Parker,
yeah,
or 25 miles or whatever it was,
it's a ways.
We try to buy as much as we can when we go shopping one time. So we try to buy as much in bulk as we can, and a full-size refrigerator makes that really, really nice.
Oh, it does. And the freezer, too. The freezer space is double what we have.
Yeah.
And to be able to buy bulk food, meat, and things like that is huge.
Yeah. There are a lot of RVs out there with single-door refrigerators that work very well. Mm-hmm. We know a lot of full-timers that get along with single-door refrigerators. But for us, like I said earlier, we're not minimalists, and so we try to get as much storage space as we can.
Absolutely.
And along with storage space, the next one is
inside storage space.
Indoor storage space, yeah. Yeah, as I said before, we like to buy in bulk at Costco, as much as we can at Walmart.
Yes.
So that we don't have to continue to go back and forth to the grocery store every 2 or 3 days, especially if we're out boondocking someplace, or we're maybe in the middle of a national park and we can't get to a store very easily. So we like to buy things in bulk. We like to buy our canned goods in bulk when we can. We like to buy toilet paper, our paper goods, napkins, paper towels, Kleenex, all those things we like to buy in bulk as much as we can, and we need a place to store it.
Absolutely.
To be honest with you, some of it we store in the back of the truck.
We have to, yes.
But we like to store as much as we can inside the coach, and so for that very reason, the indoor storage is really important to us. So we can put our extra blankets, we can put our bulk food, we can put our
extra winter clothes.
Yeah.
Winter coats.
Yeah, so along with kitchen storage, bedroom storage and bathroom storage is also very important to us.
Absolutely.
There's a washer-dryer closet in our current coach. We don't use it as a washer-dryer closet. We actually use it for storage for our winter coats, our backpacks, our ice machine.
Yeah.
Paper goods. And then in our bedroom, we've got a fairly large closet, and so we can store quite a bit in there, as well as store a lot of stuff underneath the bed. So indoor storage is a big deal to us.
Absolutely.
Next thing on our list?
The indoor floor plan.
Yeah.
The big thing that I wanted when we first got this fifth wheel was make sure that we had a living space, kitchen space, separate from everything else.
Yeah,
It's getting hot.
we kind of like each other. We get along pretty well.
And we do.
But, you know, in a small space of less than 400 square feet,
Yeah.
it can get a little tight.
Yeah.
So we're constantly bumping into each other, and I mean, we've learned our way around it. But when you can get a floor plan, at least for us, when we can find a floor plan that separates the living area, for instance, your entertainment center, your TV, your couch, your love seat, that is apart from your kitchen area and your dining room area. You know, different floor plans merge different things in different ways. And for us, we like to have a separate kitchen, a separate entertainment area, and a separate dining area, as well as the bedroom and bathroom. So that's kind of important to us.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. It was the main thing. If I was going to live in this thing, I want it to be as much of a home as possible.
Yeah. And our current coach does that, but again, we got to change it.
Yeah.
Our number 10 item on our list is quality construction and craftsmanship.
That is so important.
Yeah, for us it's a big deal because we live in this thing day in, day out, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. It's our home.
And survive going down the road.
And survive
Like an
going down the
earthquake.
road, yeah. So in our opinion, there are two types of coaches that are out there on the market. There is what we call a weekender coach and a full-timer coach. A lot of people, when they purchase their RV, they purchase it for 2 weeks a year and weekends over the summer. And that's fine. That's what we would consider a weekender coach. Mm-hmm. You don't have to have the solid construction that we feel is necessary for us on a full-time living basis. For us, we look for a good solid coach that's going to hold up over the period of time that we're going to use it and the next owner when we get ready to sell it. Our last thought on what we feel is important on purchasing an RV, I think is important for everyone. And that is finding a reputable dealer that is going to give you service after the sale. We've owned a lot of RVs over the years.
Yes.
We had an RV that, quite honestly, was in the shop more than we had it to use in a summer, in a 3-month summer. It was very frustrating. A reputable dealer that is knowledgeable about their product is very important to us. We know a lot about RVs. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, when we purchased this RV, we knew more about the product than the dealer did.
And that is true.
Yeah, that was kind of scary.
Yeah.
So find a dealer that knows their product, find a dealer that's going to stand behind their product, and find a dealer that's going to stand behind you after the sale. There's a lot of reviews online on different dealerships and how well they service the product after the sale. I encourage you to research your dealer as much as you research the manufacturer of the RV. Okay, that's going to wrap it up for now, guys. As we said in the beginning, we are not minimalists. We are not trying to tell people what to buy or what the best product to buy is. That's all an individual choice.
Yes.
We're just giving you our opinion on what works for us. We've been on the road now going on 2 years full time. We had this coach even before we went on the road for about 1.5 years. And we're extremely happy with our coach that we have now. It just doesn't fit our lifestyle. So we're going to have to change.
Yes.
So as you go out and you start researching, take a look at our list of items, see if they're important to you, make up your own list of things that are important for you before you go researching. Walk beyond the fluff. So many manufacturers today are coming out with fluff. The LED lights and the ceiling fans and the outdoor speakers and on and on and on. Those things are fluff. You can add them at any time. Look, get down to the bones, get inside, find out what's important to you. If you're a weekender and that's what you're looking for, then by all means, take a look at what's important to you in a weekender unit and make sure that your dealer that you're dealing with is going to service you, is knowledgeable, and will give you the service after the sale. So, from Texas,
It all starts with an idea.
thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.